Okay. Good morning, everyone. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of June 4th, 2014 is called to order. This meeting is properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of Cox Communication who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel 89.5. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the city's website, www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., also Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If the alarm should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits the back of the chambers out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double-door terrace and down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If there's anyone present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk's staff up front here. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket as you entered chambers, please exit to your right and see the security personnel at the entrance. We will move on to agenda item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. Well, we're just rushing to the podium. Hearing and seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the final minutes by reference to the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of April 2nd, 2014, may I have a motion to approve those minutes? Good morning, Council.
Move for approval.
There's a motion. Please vote and please post. Wow, unanimous. Here we go. Agenda item 5, RA 72014, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by Quick Start QSP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Safety Institute Building LLC owner located at 820 South Valley View Boulevard to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan and authorizing the execution of the QSP agreement by the RDA. Redevelopment Area 2, this is in Councilwoman's Ward 1, and this is related to Council Agenda Item 29, R192014. Good morning.
Morning, Mayor, members of Council, and the Agency Board of Directors. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. This project and this application is part of our Quick Start program for our Redevelopment Area 2, which includes the commercial corridors of Charleston Boulevard, Sahara Avenue, and North Decatur Boulevard. This applicant in this business location may be a little bit familiar in that we've through you have already approved a visual improvement program grant for the same property. This property is located at 820 South Valley View Boulevard, which is north of Charleston Boulevard, and the owner who is with us today is proposing to do a number of improvements not only to the exterior but to the interior, which include a lot of energy efficiency upgrades, new ADA fixtures, as well as new electrical, and the Owner is looking to spend a total of $275,000 in excess of. Our Quick Start program requires a match of 4 to 1, meaning for every dollar that the agency spends, the owner has to spend $4. So because of that, the owner qualifies for a grant of $45,000, and staff recommends approval. The owner, Diane Krause-Hale, is with us today, and invite her up to the dais to say a few comments about her property and her business.
Good morning, welcome. Thank you, Ms. Starr.
Good morning, City Council and Mayor Goodman. My name's Diane Hale, owner of Her Services and the Safety Building Institute. I want to thank you for the opportunity, one, to speak, as well as to take some grant funds to use to revitalize the building and the area. I love my building, even though right now it needs a lot of upgrades. Just to give you a brief update of some of the things we've done, we've already started the gutting of the building on the inside because none of the walls are permitted. Nothing is really code compliant in the building. The more we dig into it and remove things, the more we find. We will be bringing it up into code for the low voltage upgrades for the walls, which is the reason why we took down walls, is because none of them were stabilized. I am upgrading for energy efficiency. We're doing all LED lights on the inside, motion sensors, because just like our children, the adults also do not turn off lights, and I have to pay the bills now. We're looking at ultra-low E windows, and because I am right next to the middle school, and I found out that at 2 o'clock to 2:15, there's a whole slew of buses that turn the corner and sit there and rev up their engines to go down Valley View. We're going to also make sure the windows have some acoustical attenuation properties. So I get a little bit of both energy efficiency and noise control. We are putting on the outside of the building a much better paint and a long-lasting acrylic coating so that we will not have a multicolored hot pink looking building. I am also putting in some ADA compliant bathrooms as well as flooring so that any individual who has a need for the ADA compliance will be able to access the building and our training rooms. Oh, and most of all, we have added up our points. It's always been my intention to go after LEED certification, and right now we look like we will be able to achieve LEED Platinum on this building, not just LEED Gold. So
Well,
we're rather
on a
excited about
retrofit?
that. Huh?
On a retrofit, that's amazing.
It is. Well, it falls under the LEED new construction. You can either do a completely new building or you can do major renovations. And so we're going after the new construction LEED Platinum.
Wonderful.
And that's because of all the energy upgrades and energy modeling that we will be putting in for the building. Anyway, I appreciate the opportunity and I really appreciate the funds. Without them, I would probably be on a 5 or 10-year plan to do any of these retrofits. So when we open the building, there will be very little left to do on the building except bring in the clients.
What color will the exterior be?
I wanted a white with a nice royal blue trim across the top, and I found out that the white will look dingy rather quickly because of our dusty environment, so we're probably going to go with an ivory or a pale beige. And as you look around the town, you realize that's the reason why everybody else selected that color. So pretty much that with I like the royal blue. I'm still playing around with the colors. That's 2 to 3 months away. Once we get the inside, then we'll work on the exterior paint.
Great. Well, we wish you the best. Councilwoman.
I'm just very pleased that you're there, and I believe is she our first person to come through with this full package?
Councilwoman, we have had applicants for the visual improvement program. I think Ms. Hale is the first applicant for Quick Start in
That's what I
RDA
thought.
area 2.
See, you set a record here. You're the very
Right.
first. And your plans are excellent, and we've been trying to improve, Valley View. You probably noticed the median, and we're trying to make those improvements, and we will be making others also. So just very, very welcome, and hope the business goes great.
Oh, I will give it my best shot. And I do like the median.
Excuse me?
I said I do like how the median, all that landscaping
You
has
like
been done.
that?
Oh, yes.
Oh, good, good. I move to approve.
Thank you. There's a motion. Please vote and please post.
Sure.
Motion carries, and we have a question from Councilman Coffin as to what exactly your business does.
My business, Her Services, provides MSHA and OSHA safety training. We can do the 10-hour and 30-hour courses, but I also specialize in the more in-depth. A company may come to me and say, okay, I need my safety plan reviewed. Where is it that I'm missing out on the safety topics, the safety training? And I'll review what it is they do and then tailor the safety program and provide them a list with the classes. In addition, because most of the small businesses I deal with don't have endless funds, I'll point them out to websites that have free online training modules that they can go ahead and use. And then some of the other stuff, we also do civil engineering for drainage studies for our engineers.
Thank you. Congratulations, Nat Carey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Art, I know at some point back, we had discussed a loan project for QSP. Is that still in the works, or is that, you're clear, you're getting.
Oh, okay, good.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I guess the answer is yes and no. So the legislature approved having redevelopment agencies establish a revolving loan fund program. The legislature set pretty specific parameters for that. We're coming back to you at the next agency board meeting with a recommendation on that program. But because of the structure of the program and because it's not really feasible for small businesses like the one we heard today to get a $50,000 loan, it's not worth the time and effort to track a $50,000 loan. We're proposing some other ideas for that program. So I think the intention moving forward is to maybe modify our Quick Start program to take advantage of best practices, but not necessarily do it as a loan program. And we'll be coming back to you with program guidance for the program changes for Quick Start, probably in the first or second meeting in July.
Because I think our comment was only for the sustainability of the program. So if we have a corpus and give it all away, then that's the end of the program. So finding some way to roll it over or whatever you're doing. So we'd really be interested in that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, agenda item 6, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Hearing none, we will move on to agenda item 7. Agency member recognition. Comments made by individual agency members during this portion of the agenda will not be acted upon by the agency unless that subject's on the agenda and scheduled for action. Is there any member of the redevelopment agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Okay, any other comments? Hearing none, this redevelopment agency is adjourned. We will start our city council meeting in 17 minutes at 9 o'clock as scheduled. Thank you.